Greetings one and all, this is Riddim Works and welcome to my channel with some Destiny Control multiplayer PvP action. Now, I don't even know where this is going, but this is more or less like one of those train of thought videos. So please forgive me if I tend to digress from time to time. But anyway, a few days ago, I received a message from one of my PSN friends. And it was a group message that he sent to some of his other friends. It wasn't really much, it was around 11. So we must have been the trusted few, as it were. And he basically stated the fact that he was giving up gaming because, quote, gaming has taken over my life, unquote. And I found that pretty telling. I'm not going to mention his name. The dude is around 17 years old, I think he's in his teens. And he said that he is selling his PlayStation 4 and he already has somebody to buy it. And I sent a message basically stating, well, you know, I know sometimes things can get on top and what have you, you just got to pace yourself. But if that's how you feel, then more power to your elbow. And that was more or less that. But he replied and let me know that he was going to still keep in contact by using the PlayStation app. So that was more or less that. And what intrigued me was the fact that he's not a YouTuber. As sure as all of you can understand, being a YouTuber, one of any conviction, you need to invest a lot of time and a lot of money into doing what you're doing, or making use of the resources that you have and be consistent with it, so you can earn more money if you like, and also be able to update your equipment to make your channel better and slicker in presentation. So everyone knows that who is a YouTuber. But with my PSN friend who wasn't a YouTuber, he more or less had enough, you know, of gaming. And don't get me wrong, he wrecks shop. He's a very good gamer, you know, across a lot of games. You know, he's very varied in his gaming selection, and he's very good at each of those games. And it kind of got me thinking of sometimes reaching that marathon wall, if you like, reaching the gaming wall. Now, for those who don't know what that term is like when you're running a marathon race and it's a 26 miler and you reach like the 23rd mile of the marathon. So you can already see the end in sight and your body can feel the end in sight, and your body is just ready to just say, fuck it, I'm done. You know, let me sit down, let me lie down, whatever. And from a gaming perspective, I could understand where that dude is coming from. And it kind of makes me reminiscent of the whole gaming thing. Not from 30, 40 years ago, but from the last 20 years. In celebration of the Sony PlayStation, which will be 20 years old this December. And also with the PlayStation 4 being a year old. And more or less kind of reflecting on that. Now, there's so many things to reflect on. I just don't have really enough time with this video to do so. But I think one of the most important things that I've witnessed through the PlayStation era is the fact that changes has been made, you know, some positive changes. And I'm talking about raw changes within the console itself. The very fact of Sony bringing the whole online gaming thing to the masses, to the mainstream, in an affordable way. By that I mean for free. I think that was a good move on Sony's part to do and what have you. And it gave us a taste of what online gaming is about, what multiplayer was about, because from the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2, I had no interest and or couldn't really afford a computer around those times, you know. So for the very fact that the PlayStation 3 kind of brought the whole online gaming to the forefront and not so much sucked us in, but drew us in to the whole online experience, and also making AAA titles with third-party producers and also first-party producers as well, that has broadened the whole gaming experience. But it has come with elements of crap within it, and primarily it has been the birth of the microtransactions, the birth of the season passes, you know, the birth of all these little things that might not seem much to people because they are fans of the franchise, but for those people who are not fans of the franchise that want to have a fully immersive experience in the game they want to play, it can work out to be pretty expensive. I appreciate the fact that, you know, technology costs. And I remember back in the day that when you bought a PlayStation 1 game, we all got the same game. And it was just a question of us leveling up as best way or as quicker way as possible, and then utilizing novel, easier and quicker ways of achieving your objectives in the game. Now, with all pre-orders and limited editions and stuff, it's blinding. It's so overwhelming, you know, to having to pay money for something that you can easily get if you just slog at it, you know. And not only that, servers are a huge problem for me, because it's bad enough basically having to, well, I wouldn't say it's bad enough, but it's obvious that you have to more or less pay for your electric, pay for your internet, pay for your console, pay for your games, pay for your season passes, pay for your microtransactions. That's all one thing. But then when you actually get in the game and you can't play the game because the servers are down, it can be a bit trying on one or two games. But now with the current trend of AAA titles, independent titles going through the same freaking thing, is getting a bit trying and weary at times for me. And being a YouTuber, I'm not on the professional circuit of YouTubers, you know, I do it as a hobby because I like it, but it's proven to be a bit draining on my wallet, you know. For some people who are big YouTubers that still buy their games, I'll give them enough credit, the ultimate credit. But then you have some YouTubers that basically get all their shit for free and it doesn't matter to them, you know. But for us as, dare I say, low-level gamers, if you like, low-level YouTubers, you know, it's something that can be really off-putting if the trend continues. So something has to basically give in terms of the quality, not so much the quantity. My thing is that if I'm going to be paying for PS Plus subscriptions year on year, in, year out, the least I expect, right, is servers to be working. That's what I expect, you know. I don't think is rocket science for Sony to basically liaise with the developers of the games that's going through their company, going through their console, going through their system, in making sure that their servers work. I mean, I don't know how it works between Sony and the developers, you know. I'm not that big an expert on it, but common sense basically tells me at the end of the day that there's got to be some kind of quality assurance and quality control to make sure that the shit works. You know, you buy your bargain bucket range, you get what you pay for. You buy your medium range, you get what you pay for. You buy a premium range, you get what you pay for. So I think for me to pay £40 a year, I mean, forget the free games. Yeah, that's an option for me. But if I'm just paying £40 a year just to go online, when I'm already paying for my electric and my internet and my console and my games and my season passes, and my DLC, I don't think it's too much to really expect, you know? And that's the thing that is kind of getting a bit really trying with me, you know? So for someone who's not even a YouTuber that can make an admission to me and say to me that gaming is taking over their life, it's a serious thing, you know? And it can take over your life in many different ways, not only emotionally, socially, but on your wallet as well. And that's what kind of made me want to do a video on that train of thought, if you like. But anyway, that's it for me, and that's it for now. And as always, you know the coup, whatever the console, game, platform, genre, happy gaming. And I will catch you guys on the next one. And until such time, Magan.